Hello friends, it's Molly with Soul School Tarot and Astrology, and I'm here with you guys today for your tarot and oracle reading for my Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs for the period from July 20th until August 18th. So this is the period of the second new moon in Cancer of the year. The last one we had, of course, was last month. That one was in the first degree of Cancer. This one's in the last. So if you guys want to get a vibe for like how these two Cancer new moons are different, definitely check out the astro forecast. It should be available for you now. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome. I'm so glad that you guys are here. I have actually kind of been putting off these readings. I love it. Let's go into that in just a second. Putting off these readings for a second because I've been getting like crazy downloads. I did go ahead and kind of devote my TikTok to just sort of sharing a lot of those. So if you guys are interested in that, please approach that with an open mind. It is Soul School Molly. That's how you can find me there. As always, make sure that you find me on Facebook and Instagram as well. All the information you need to book me for a personal reading is below. So thank you guys so much. Let's go ahead and get into your message because I really don't want to keep you very long. This Cancer new moon, a big message that I got in the astro forecast is that something's coming up with the full moon in Aquarius, which is happening in the first couple of days of August. So this is a period for rest. My first question for the oracle cards, and I am using the, what is it called? The Heal Yourself reading cards for this. My first question is, what is it that needs attention in your life? What needs healed right now? You guys got actually what's probably my favorite card in this entire deck. It's number 24. It is self-love. So this is just really an opportunity for you to check in on how you're doing in that area, okay? So I really feel like this harkens back to messages that I've been trying to deliver to Cancers through my readings at least for the last 6 months, about, and for some reason, I feel like a similar message has been coming out from my Capricorns as well. It's just a message about making sure that you fill your cup first before you try to tend to anybody else's. And what's really, really difficult with Cancer being such a tremendously receptive sign is that it's very, what's the word that I want? It's about empathy. It's just about the ability that you guys, the words can't even come out of my mouth. The ability that you guys have to absorb all of the energies around you. All right. So sometimes that means creating boundaries. And you're like, but why do I have to create a boundary with that person? They didn't do anything wrong. No, they didn't. It's just that you need to rest and you need to be realistic about how much rest and self-care you need before you begin to tend to what it is that other people need. Because as somebody whose Venus is in the first degree of Cancer, I can tell you that my tendency is when I love somebody, I'm going to take care of all of their needs. That's all I want to do. I just want to take care of all their needs. Hi, have you eaten? Have you slept? Have you, what do you need? What do you need? All right. And I have found that that can kind of manifest in this way where it's easier to deal with what other people need than it is to deal with what I need. All right. So you are absolutely right. He wanted to pop out. This is the Knight of Cups reversed. So basically it's like the energy that you're putting into, whose cup are you trying to fill? Whose cup are you trying to fill? All right. Because if you're running around trying to fill everybody else's cup, what happens is you can find yourself really, really, really depleted. And so the fact that we have this Queen of Swords here actually, is very, okay, let's do that. That's the message. All right, let's go ahead and talk about these because I got 3 swords and then we'll keep that one as well. Coming out in a row, followed by a 6 of coins, which swords are about communication and everything like that. Mercury is one of the planets that is in Cancer right now. So you might take a peek at where that functions in your chart. There's a link in the description box where you guys can check out your own natal chart and begin to explore that a little bit better. But that envelope in the middle right there, also about Mercury type energy. Okay, so communication and exchanges. Let's go ahead and talk about what is going on. There is a definite, I feel like with a lot of you guys, there's an awareness of an unfullness of your cup. I know this sounds like crazy vocabulary, so let me find another way to phrase it, okay? Your cup is, it's not just your heart, because that's a lot of fire energy. It's your emotional body, quite frankly, and all of your emotional senses, all right? This part of you can easily become drained because it's our intuition, it's our emotions, it's our sympathy, it is our healing space, all right? And Cancers are natural empaths in general, are natural healers. Like there's this thing, like, I don't know if you guys ever played Star Wars Empire at War, the PC game. There is this thing that you could build called a back to healing station. And it was just this like station that you could put on the battlefield so that when your soldiers needed healing, they just had to stand within like a 5-foot radius of this healing station. And it radiated this healing energy. And I really feel like that's what you guys are capable of doing. The adverse side of that, of course, is the fact that you can also absorb everybody else's energy around you, okay? So it is very, very, very easy for Cancers to fall into a pattern or a habit of tending to other people, so like that feels good. When you know that you have the power or the ability to heal somebody else, it feels good. It feels like you're doing something right, but it can distract us from filling our own cup, okay? Or really, really dealing with the ways in which our cup is empty, in the ways in which our emotional and intuitive needs are not being met right now, okay? All right? So, the situation, and oh, we got a little cross. Okay, whenever the cards come out, I arrange them the way that Spirit tells me that they have to go. So we have this. Let's go ahead and just show you what we got going on. I call this guy my Jon Snow because doesn't he kind of look like a blonde Jon Snow? All right, so these cards came out, all right? This Queen of Swords is somebody who is very, very logical. Do you see how she's kind of in this defensive stance? This snake on her arm to me represents the fact that there are so many, I'm just going to call them energy vampires. There are so many people in your environment that will like snake their way up to you and get your healing energy and then run away and never worry about filling your cup. So her holding this, okay, thank you. The sword in this position shows, like I said, she's very, very defensive. She's watching her back. But the fact to me that the sword is pointing down is a symbol. It's a sign to me. It's a hint that there are, how do I say this? There are things that are not entirely clear to her, okay? Like she's suspicious of specifically a Knight of Swords type of energy. So this is somebody who's always talking. I'm just be real with you. Always talking, always running their mouth, always knows all the things, but also look, he's got that snake too. And do you see how it's all wrapped around those roses? So this is somebody who is very, very good. They can be very cunning, very persuasive with their speech. They just have like these really, like this really smooth way of talking, okay? And so if there's somebody in your environment that like your intuition is telling you not to trust, but you don't have the evidence for it yet, listen to the intuition. Listen to the intuition, because you waiting for that evidence is keeping you in sort of this stalemate position, all right? Okay, the way that these 8s are divided up always is a clue to the message that's being sent. We have 4 swords in the front and 3 swords in the back. 3 of Swords is heartbreak. Like it is, okay, I'm going to take it 2 ways. It is, this defensive, like either I've been hurt in the past and therefore I'm looking out for this in the future. And I'm going to meditate on things for a while because like I said, you don't have the information that you need. You're waiting for evidence, okay? Or it could be that you're waiting for the evidence you need that will allow you to make the sacrifice represented by the 3 of Swords, okay? Because it can be heartache or it can be sacrifice, the 3 of Swords. The 4 of Swords to me represents the fact that you are kind of in it's not quite a stalemate energy, but very contemplative. Very contemplative. You're thinking about it a lot, okay? Ask questions. I really think that this is what this message is coming through trying to say to you guys right now. As the Queen of Swords energy, I really want you to ask questions. If this person's story does not seem to add up, start poking holes in it and see if it holds any water, okay? Because if you're wrong, you'll discover that. But trust your intuition, you're probably not, okay? But I feel like even if whatever this person responds to you, their answers will tell you what you need to know, regardless of the fact that they're probably, it might not even be the truth. Look what she's doing. Do you see how she's holding her hand up really high? And she's got that rose tattoo on the back of her hand. That's what she's trying to do. That rose represents her heart. She's not trying to give it away in her value. She's not trying to give it away to these freaking snakes, right? Right? So she had to elevate that rose as these snakes kind of try to climb up her arm. And his goal, his whole design is to wrap that rose up in his little snake energy. No, like it. Okay? And the Five of Wands is here. To me, that's saying that you have the ability to block this. What leaked out? Temperance, okay? Go to your angels. Your angels are with you. You will be called upon to sort of temper what your rational mind, what your logical mind is telling you, what's coming from the swords, and then what your intuitive mind is telling you as well. Remember the things that you've learned in the past and integrate those into the future. For some of you guys, you just came out learning some really, really, really big lessons. And this is the opportunity that the universe is kind of giving you to go ahead and take what you learned up here and like walk that walk. Here's that Five of Wands. You can block that snake. You can block this snake energy, all right? So advice for moving through this energy, please. Thank you, Spirit. Know your value. Know your value. Okay, don't let this guy, here's some things that the Knight of Swords, and when I say guy, you guys, this is just who's on the pardon me, please, who's on the card. This is a dude, okay? But gender, especially when it comes to knights don't have to be gender specific, and queens don't either. All right, but this queen coming out to me is representing somebody who knows their value and they're not going to negotiate it, okay? This Knight of Swords may try to negotiate your value. Like he's going to gaslight you or try to convince you or be like, no, I mean, it's just like we can work it out a different way. All right. They are with this brick house in the background. I'm getting major Little Pigs vibes. Okay. And it's just about the story of the three little pigs and who's trying to get into that brick house, you guys. It's a big bad wolf. Okay. That's just an energy. I don't love it. Yeah. Because he's deceptive. He's deceptive. Lots and lots and lots of moon energy, okay? So the Chariot reverse, the Page of Pentacles reverse. I feel like this person might just be going about things in this kind of shady way because he doesn't really know what he's doing. But I also kind of feel like this person does not really have any intentions of following through on the offers that they're making to you at this time. This is something that is currently in the dark. But like we said before, the moon represents your intuition and you really got to trust that right now, okay? So any lessons that you have learned, especially over the last 6 months about self-love, and about your own knowledge of self-worth, this is a time that the universe is giving you to go ahead and put that into action and get block this energy that's coming at you, okay? Block the snake from making it all the way up your arm to that beautiful, beautiful rose. Hit the like button, you guys, before you go. If this was something that resonated with you, share it with a friend, leave me a comment, whatever you do. Know that I love you, and I am so glad that you're here with me today. I'll talk to you guys soon.